In the midst of a high-profile and increasingly complicated legal battle between actors Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, a surprising figure from Hollywood's past has been drawn into the conversation: Johnny Depp. This connection surfaced through newly released text messages involving Blake Lively's husband, actor Ryan Reynolds, which were made public as part of the ongoing court proceedings related to their dispute. The texts in question date back to August 2024 and involve an exchange between Reynolds and his talent agent, Warren Zavala. At the time, discussions were centered on the film It Ends With Us, which Baldoni directed and starred in alongside Lively. Tensions had already begun to emerge publicly around the production, promotion, and behind-the-scenes dynamics of the project, leading to broader conflicts that eventually spilled into the courtroom. According to the documents, which were obtained and reported by entertainment news outlets, Zavala expressed strong opinions about Baldoni during their conversation. He described Baldoni as having an inflated sense of self-importance and suggested that Baldoni was actively trying to shape and control how the public perceived the unfolding situation. Zavala appeared frustrated, implying that Baldoni's actions were self-serving and potentially manipulative in managing the narrative around the disagreement. Reynolds, responding to these criticisms, seemed to caution his agent about the potential consequences if more details from their private discussions were to become public knowledge. He suggested that leaking such information could lead to unintended repercussions. In a particularly pointed reply, when Zavala noted that the truth does become muddled sometimes, Reynolds brought up Johnny Depp's infamous and widely covered defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife Amber Heard. Reynolds asked rhetorically, "How'd that work out for Depp?" This reference was not casual. Depp's legal battle with Heard, which concluded in 2022, became one of the most scrutinized celebrity trials in recent memory. The case involved mutual accusations of defamation, with Depp suing Heard over an op-ed she wrote that he claimed damaged his reputation and career. After a highly publicized trial filled with testimony, evidence, and media frenzy, the jury awarded Depp over $10 million in compensatory and punitive damages, while Heard received a smaller award on her counterclaim. The outcome was seen by many as a significant victory for Depp, though it came at the cost of intense public exposure and damage to both parties' images. Depp has since made selective returns to public life, appearing at film festivals and events, while Heard has largely stepped away from Hollywood and relocated abroad. Zavala reportedly acknowledged the parallel, noting that the Depp-Heard case ultimately harmed everyone involved, regardless of the legal winner. The conversation did not stop there. The texts reportedly included additional sharp commentary about Baldoni. Zavala allegedly referred to him as an egotistical individual, emphasizing what he saw as excessive self-focus. Reynolds, in turn, was even more dismissive, describing Baldoni in one message as a human rounding error, a cutting phrase implying that Baldoni was insignificant or barely worth notice in the grand scheme. This exchange has added another layer of intrigue to an already contentious dispute. The broader case stems from allegations that first gained traction in the summer of 2024, when reports of friction between Lively and Baldoni during the making and marketing of It Ends With Us began circulating. The film, an adaptation of a popular novel, had been anticipated as a major release, but promotional events and interviews highlighted apparent discomfort between the leads. Lively later filed a lawsuit against Baldoni in December 2024, accusing him of sexual harassment and other misconduct on set. Baldoni firmly denied the allegations and responded with his own legal action, filing a substantial countersuit against Lively and Reynolds that sought hundreds of millions in damages. However, a judge dismissed that countersuit in mid-2025, shifting the momentum back toward Lively's claims. Other unsealed documents from the case have mentioned additional celebrity names, including singer Taylor Swift and actress Jameela Jamil, which has only intensified media and public interest. Swift's name appeared in connection to discussions about script changes or creative input, while Jamil's involvement seemed tied to social media commentary or support during the height of the controversy. These references have turned what might have remained a private industry disagreement into a sprawling narrative involving multiple high-profile figures.